stately hillside that developers would covet, Jonathan Carr grows apples. Thanks to an agricultural preservation restriction with Valley Land Fund several years ago, 38 beautiful acres that overlook Lake Warner, the Connecticut River, and Mount Sugarloaf are preserved forever. Valley Land Fund board members John Bodie and Ann Kearns recently walked the property with Jonathan and talked about this important piece of land.
Well, Jonathan, would you feel like just talking a little bit about your land and how you feel about it?
I feel really lucky to have this piece of land. We moved to Hadley in 2002 from Ireland, and we were looking for a farm. We were farming in Ireland, and we decided we were going to go into orcharding. I wanted to create a product that had an added value to it. And we thought that we could make hard cider and create some good value and have a product that wasn't perishable. We used to grow vegetables, and that's hard work. And so in any case, I guess I was talking to Garrett Stover, and he told me this place was up for sale. There's 38 acres here, and then I also happened to notice there was a building lot for sale across Lake Warner. And so I said we have to jump at this opportunity, because you can't get land like this for a reasonable price. And I mean, that's due to the fact that it's been preserved with the APR. So
was that important to you, that fact that it had been preserved? Was that important to you?
Oh yeah, it made it affordable. We were able to negotiate a reasonable price with the previous owner and sort of arrive at what a proper agricultural value would be. And so it really made it happen. I mean, around here, I'd probably pay, quadruple or more for a piece of land like this, what I paid.
Aside from the economics of it,
yeah.
How do you feel about land preservation generally?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I think we live in this area where there's so much going on. Obviously, the farming community is so vibrant as a result of that. There's a farm stand on every corner, and there's great farmers markets, and it seems like the farming community is really alive and well. And I'm sure it has to do with the land preservation. That must be a strong factor. So.
Well, maybe you've just said this, but why would you encourage other people to preserve their land? This is something that's very interesting.
Well, just so I guess. Well, to make land available to people like me who might be coming into farming, and farming is a very capital-intensive, high investment, all sorts of machinery and outbuildings, and if the land itself is priced so high that you can't afford it, then it's one more hurdle for a startup operation to go over. So it makes it possible, really, unless you're born into family land, but most people aren't. So.
Why do you want to buy this particular piece?
Well, I guess it was a romantic attraction in a way, because it's a particularly beautiful piece of land, but it's been an orchard since I guess Civil War days, and it's a particularly well suited to orcharding, being on a hill and having good air drainage, and also another thing that attracted me to it was the soils. I had this really nice sandy soil here. And if you're making a hard cider, it's just like wine. You want to have the right soils. So this soil type will actually end up concentrating flavor and sugars for the fruit. So that was really attractive as well. Well, this press is approximately 100 years old. The fellow I bought it from was just speculating, but in fact I found a textbook at UMass from turn of the 1900s that showed a picture of this exact type of press, so we're pretty sure that's when it dates from. And it's really technologically not any different than what you find today. It's just most modern ones are made out of stainless steel in entirety. So, but I was able to buy it for not very much money compared to a modern stainless press. So.
You show us just a little bit about how it works.
Sure. Let's see. Well, it's got this great belt drive which runs this hydraulic pump here, and that lifts up a cylinder and pushes up this press pan, which squishes all these layers of apple pomace together, and the juice runs out of it. You know, it's really very simple.
You want to just say a little bit about these new trees, please?
Sure. We put in 1,500 trees this April, and it was actually one of those weeks when seemed like it was 90 degrees, and so we had to water a lot. And let's see, about 6 different types of apples. This block here is golden russet, and which are my favorite apples. They're just a fantastic apple. They keep for months, and they're high in sugar, and they make great hard cider. Good eating too. So these would be 2-year-old trees, and they actually had apples on them this year, but you pick them off. You don't let them fruit for the first couple of years, so they can put all their energy into growing. And you know, it's been.
When will you start? When will they start producing for you?
I would say the year after next, I'll let them fruit. Just give them one more year to settle in and grow. But it's my academic background. I majored in agricultural science at Rutgers, and then I went to UC Santa Cruz to study organic farming in their excellent program there. And after that, I moved to Ireland, where I was actually born, and grew vegetables for restaurants in Dublin. But we got a little tired of Ireland because it's a gorgeous country, but it rains about 300 days a year. No kidding. Too much. So we said we want to go back to where you have a summer where it's hot. So
that's why you came to the U.S.
That's why we came here. Yeah.
But why Hadley?
Oh, it's just it's a fantastic area. I mean, you've got the combination of sort of rural living with all of the elements of like a big city, but without the city culture and everything like that. Good food.
Anything else you want to say about this beautiful piece of land? Did the view have anything to do with your wanting to buy it?
I thought it would be a fantastic place to work.
Hard to beat. Yeah.
What's your ultimate goal for the farm? What would you like to see it producing? And
I would love to see it covered in apple trees once again. It was once this whole 30 acres from top to bottom, from the lake up to the woods, was all apples, and with a few peaches and plums and pears, and you know, I'd love to see it that way again.
how would you describe your land ethic?
I would say, well, I used to be an organic farmer. I used to be certified by Demeter when I was in Ireland, but I'm not anymore. I'm not wed to an orthodoxy, but all the same, I would like to see the land taken care of in such a way that it can be productive, but also responsibly managed, in that, so I know that there's no, you know, runoff going into the lake, or I'm not wiping out the insect populations, or you know, I'm taking care of, I'm growing good apples, I'm doing what I need to do, but I've got the big picture in mind too. So.